All right, if you're not quite ready to retire, let's go Dave Ramsey and give yourself this 5-year plan. This is actually where this is critical. The totalitarianism of the left is fully engaged now, and there's no stopping them. The only way you can stop them is to get out of St. Petersburg and get out of Moscow and flee to safer places because there's no other way. There's nothing you can do here. You can't fight these guys. You will bend a knee if you stay in there. So if you're not ready to go yet, and the reason you're not ready to go, frankly, is because I hate to say it, but you've been living too high on the hog. You got too much debt. You've been living a comfortable life, and now you're like, I can't. I'm addicted to this. But look, dude, I get it. I 100% get it. Trust me, I do. And you might have to take a step back. It sucks. You might have to take a step back and it might not even work out. You might need to get back into corporate America, just keep putting food on the table. I don't know. But if you have the resources or you don't have them yet, if you have the resources, I don't know what you're doing, why you're staying in this, because this isn't right. This is bad. I was talking to a guy today, federal law enforcement officer, and did you know that some Leos from the feds are being literally sued civilly by BLM Antifa mob because in Portland and other places of they said, oh, they too much oppression, or was it they said over the top, whatever it is, police oppression or something like that. I'm like, what? This is insane. So these guys are being sued civilly, and they have to petition the Department of Justice to defend them. And if they lose, it's still on them. Hold on a second. Chloe, you want to? So BLM Antifa thugs run rampant throughout cities in the summertime. The federal law enforcement officers stand firm to freaking protect buildings and things like people. And at the end of the day, it's the BLM people and Antifa say, oh man, you made my feelings hurt. I'm suing you because you guys were brutal towards us. Well, they were the ones who were committing all the crimes. But was the federal government, the Department of Justice, who are supposed to defend them? Are they gonna? I don't know. But you know what the Department of Justice is doing as we speak? They're going after the guys who supposedly wanted to kidnap Whitmer, which is all FBI set up, and the freaking January 6th people. This is insanity. It's insanity. And this is it. And so then I'm reading my man, the crunchy conservative, Rob Dreher from the American Conservative, and he just shows us these. And I'm not even going to... This is a 26-page guide for you who are going to stock shelves and be a cashier. This one, the one that kind of cracked me up. So this might be your personal value. Family, spirituality, get it? Customs, morals, get it? Friendship, tradition. But the Kroger values are integrity, honesty, respect, safety, diversity, and inclusion. So some people's morality may be a barrier to accepting, blah, blah, blah. Our morals are personal and unique to each of us. And spirituality, you might not have any spirituality. We don't want your spirituality here. And it doesn't just stop there. So let's go back to another article I was reading by Rob. You can't be part of this, man. So here's Blue's Clues. This is Blue's Clues, and they. I'm not gonna say anything because I'll get banned. The whole thing's nuts. We've done lost our minds, and Blue's Clues. I think my kids are like 3 and 4 when they're watching Blue's Clues. With Steve and the other guy who took over for Steve, and literally, and remember, this didn't just happen in one day. I mean, Trump was in presidency. The Republicans held both the Senate and the House of Representatives, and this still was going on. BLM, Antifa, they took they were ascending while Republicans controlled things. So you can't say, I'm going to be part of the beast who killed the beast. You have to remove yourself from the beast. And the beast, as it is now, is corporate America. There's no other way around it. Because it's not just corporate America, but obviously the beast is everywhere, but most of us work in corporate America because we need to save money for retirement because, we need millions of dollars, which is just silly. So but I will tell you where the problem comes is they give you this thing called the dollar bill. You can spend. It's actually not the dollar bill. They give you this thing called the credit card. Spend. That's how they keep you. That's how they keep you enslaved. It's not a literal, it's a metaphorically, yeah. You're enslaved, man. They got you. Because you're like, I have to spend. I'm telling you. And at some point, you got to break free. And if you're not ready to do it now, just focus like a freaking mofo on getting your debts paid. Just focus, focus, focus. And I'm telling you, and get out, break it, break it, break it, and get out. I'm telling you right now, just 5-year plan. You got, I don't know, $500,000 in debt. I'm going to pay $100,000 a year for the next 5 years. I mean, obviously, if you have $500,000 in debt, you're probably making pretty good money. And you say, what are we spending money on now that we don't have to spend money on, that we can focus like a mofo on this debt? You know, you're making $60,000 a year and you got $85,000 of debt. Focus, 5-year plan. 5-year plan. Please, you can't. You got to break free from this. You're going to go insane, and they're going to make you take the prick. They're going to make you kneel in front of the diversity, inclusion, and equity, the DIE mantra. You know this. You know this. They're going to make you almost deny Jesus, essentially, is where we're going. Now, I would also partner with your Muslim friends, too, by the way. I think the Muslims and their ability to have led we can learn as Christians from what the Muslim community has done, because they've a lot of them have held their own against this onslaught of progressivism, which is it's just not good, man. A lot of the Muslims have. So I'd reach out to your Muslims, say, how do you do this? And just take notes, because I think it's important that Muslims and Christians can, and all Abrahamic religions, this isn't anti-Jew, but Muslims and Christians, and Jews too, but Jews are just not very many. There's just not many Jews, but there's lots of Muslims and lots of Christians. And as such, I think you can find some, some Orthodox Jews, the Hasidic or whatever they're called, with the things like that. I think there's some, Mennonites, even Amish, just take umbrage in that these guys are not part of Babylon, and just ask, how did you do this, man? How are you doing this? How are you keeping sanity and also keeping the faith to say, this is the way it's got to be? How can I learn from you? I think there's something to be said. It doesn't mean you have to sell, your religion out. It just says, all right, how do I get more aligned with people who are able to do this? The Muslims, the Anabaptists, the Mennonites, and Amish. The Hasidic Jews and things like that. The Orthodox, and there are some Christians too. The Mormons, frankly, that's a good one there as well. And say, hey, how are you doing this? Because this is a path of just horrific. It's a path of despair, and ultimately it's a path chosen by Satan. When you're teaching this stuff to 4-year-old kids, that you've gone wrong. I don't care. Call me offensive. You've gone wrong. You can't be teaching stuff to kids, man. It's nuts. You know what kids want to be learned? They want to go out to play. It's just that simple. But so you just got to break yourself free. And how do you do it? You got to get out of debt. 5-year plan. All right. Love to hear your thoughts. See ya.